Hello everyone, I want to show you how to clean the greens and then I want to show you how to actually prepare them. I've already put my greens on, so I'm just going to show you over here how to do it. What you want to do is you want to make sure your sink is cleaned out and everything. And this process is like the most important thing about greens, because there are people that will not go to your house if you don't know how to clean your greens. You have to clean your greens thoroughly. So what you do is you turn your water on. Obviously, you put the drainer in. You put the strainer, you put, the strainer in, okay? You want to put a little bit of soap in there, just a little bit, just a pinch. Don't do too much of it, just a little bit. Now this has been passed down generations after generations after generations of Johnson's. My great-grandmother, Grandma Morris, actually passed this down. Because her mother and grandmother used to do the same thing, as well as her grandmother and mother. They would wash with soap, and they actually were house slaves. So I've got come from generations and generations of house slaves. So anyway, that's what you do. You put them down in there, and then you take your greens. Okay, I don't have my greens obviously because they're already in the pot. I'll show you how to season them. I didn't season them. Don't worry, you didn't miss that part. Okay, so what you do is you want to take all your greens and you put them in there, okay? You put all your greens in there. So you have all your greens in there. You kind of let them soak for like 15 minutes. What you do is you want to do it as hot as you possibly can stand it, okay? Then what you do is you take your hands and you just start working your greens like crazy and cleaning them like this. You know, you just take them and clean them and rub them together and just clean them. You make sure you look in every little crevice, make sure it's all clean. You take the stems off. Yes, those stems come off. You know, that's a misconception. A lot of people don't think that you need to keep your stems hard. Well, what happens is it makes your greens hard when you put them, you know, when you're actually eating them. So you want to make sure all of those stems come off. They should all be off of there. So once you do that, it should take you about a good 45 minutes to an hour to clean your greens. You have to make sure they are thoroughly clean. That is like one of the main processes of greens. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, so then once you clean that, once you do that, you take your greens out, and you can take like, you can put them in a strainer, something like, put them in a colander. I call it a strainer. But you put it in a colander, something like this. You put your greens in there and you start rinsing them out. Rinse your greens out, rinse them out. Rinse your sink out, start draining your water, rinse it out. Get all that soap off of there. You're gonna, like I said, you only let them soak in the soap for about like 10 or 15 minutes. You clean them thoroughly like this for longer, like way longer, like about half an hour. So that's why I say it takes 45 minutes to an hour. Make sure you clean your greens. Can't stress it enough. Okay, then once you clean your greens and they're all cleaned out and they don't have any type of soap or anything like that on them, you put them on a stove. Okay, well actually what you do is you have to put them in the pot first, like so. You put them in there, and if it's like you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be a all the way up there, so don't worry about that. But before you actually do that, you have to put water in there first, okay? And now everybody does theirs to taste. I fill up mine about like right there. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, 1/3, 1/4 cup, 1 cup, or whatever. Southern greens are normally made with at your taste, basically, at your taste buds and the way you feel, and it's a lot of love going in there, basically, so to speak. That's why I will not cook for nobody I don't love. So anyway, okay, so you fill it like, you know, you fill it up about like that, and then what you do is, some people do different things. I do chicken broth. It doesn't necessarily have to be the greatest chicken broth. It can if you want to. You know, you put your chicken broth in there. You can actually put like half, or you can actually put the whole, depending on your taste. You know, me, I actually put the entire thing. So, and then I put the rest, fill the rest with water. And then you take a garlic clove. And a lot of times people don't know how to, these actually you can find them in the vegetable area at Walmart or wherever, Target, whatever, wherever you go grocery shopping, and you just kind of cut it like this. I've already put mine in there, so you don't need the whole freaking garlic thing. You just don't need it. It's like a clove like this, but you got to strip off the you know, all that skin, what have you. Cut off the sides, strip off the skin. And once you strip off the skin, then you have this part. Then you have this part. You have that part, okay? So, but then what you do is you want to cut it like that, and then, you know, you might want to cut it in different little pieces in order to season it, and then you kind of put that into your greens. So, and again, you want to do this to taste. Me, you know, some people don't like theirs too garlicky, so I like a lot of seasoning in mine. So I'm going to put all of this, plus I'm going to cut another clove. So I'll put about 2 cloves, but I cut them up and chop them. Some people like them chopped really finely, you know, so you have that option. You can do that. The next video, what I'll do is I'll season my greens, but you just kind of got to let that steam first, and then that way your greens go down, and then you can start putting all of your seasonings in there and stuff. So this is part 1. You can actually see part 2, and when I start actually seasoning them and everything. So, and I guess that's it. And I'll see you in part 2. All right, thank you.